Hey everyone, and welcome to a brand new series that I would like to call Let's Build a Bass Board. A series where I build a bass pedal board. So the main reason why I'm starting this series is basically to challenge myself to come up with cool solutions with the various pedals that I've got available here in my studio. So for today's episode I've put together a quick top 40 board, if you will. This whole pedal board started off with me stacking the 2 notes Le Bass and the EBS ValveDrive DI to see if I could get, a nice tube driven sound. Then I added the Darkglass Vintage Ultra and then it all went downhill from there. So it's a fun board that I would love to have played with live. Sounds really good, if I may say so myself. There are a few effects on this board and it also has a really nice and cool rock tone. So here is just the P pickup of my Yamaha Attitude Limited 3 bass plugged straight into the board. None of the effects are on. I've got some distortion on the Darkglass Vintage Ultra going, but other than that there are no effects. So here's what that tone sounds like. It's a pretty straightforward driven rock tone. Sounds pretty good if you ask me. So this entire rig starts off with the Korg Pitch Black tuner, because you always need a tuner to mute your signal and to tune silently, because no one wants to hear you tune, no matter how famous you get. Then we're going into the EBS OctaBass. Because every top 40 board needs a nice and solid octaver. Then we got the BassIQ, also from EBS. Which together with the octabass gives you some cool synth type sounds. Then we're going into the Darkglass Alpha Omicron pedal, which I'm using mainly together with these 2 EBS pedals, but on its own it sounds like this. So it's a really cool over-the-top type distortion pedal, and in conjunction with these 2 you get a really nice and growly synth tone, which is really cool. So that's why I'm using these 3 basically on this pedal board, because you never know when you need to play a cool synth bass line on a top 40 song. So that's the reason behind those pedals. Then we're going into the Darkglass Vintage Ultra, which is essentially the main drive unit of this pedal board without the distortion. And with so as you can hear, the tone isn't that clean to begin with, but this one adds a little bit of extra grit and growl and awesomeness to the tone. Then we're going into the Darkglass Super Symmetry compressor. Sadly they don't make it anymore, but you have the very same circuit available in the Darkglass Hyper Luminal compressor these days. So there is that. I have that one on another board, so that's why I'm using the Super Symmetry for this video. Then we're going into the 2 notes Le Bass. The 2 notes Le Bass has you got 2 nice foot switches here, so you got 2 tones, which is the green one, the A signal, which is a bit cleaner, and the orange one on B, which is a bit dirtier, and together you get some nice bite and growl to the tone. From the Le Bass we're going into the Darkglass ValveDrive DI. I've got it set for the vintage mode. The EQ on this pedal is essentially flat. I've got some bass boosted, and I'm just using this one to add some warmth to the tone. Here's without it. Here's with it. And then we're going into the 2 notes Cab M. So the idea behind this pedal board is, like I said, to have it when you're doing top 40 covers on a wedding gig or whatnot. And there are no wedding gigs this summer, sadly. So I don't get to use it for that. But it was fun to put this board together. And the general idea behind this board is to have it on stage and plug it straight into the PA without any bass amp and whatnot on stage. So that's the idea behind this board. So with this series, I want you to challenge me. I want you to write crazy suggestions like, Erik, do a pedal board consisting only of all of your distortion pedals, or Erik, build a pedal board consisting of the pedals that you never use anymore, or Erik, build a pedal board consisting of 2 pedals or 1 pedal, or what have you. I want you to challenge me for this series, because that's where the fun is. I got some content planned already for this series. I've got some pedal boards in mind. But with that being said, I need you to challenge me, because if you do so, this will be a really fun series, and I hope that you will rise to the occasion and challenge me, because I think it could be really fun to, you know, build crazy pedal boards. I should say this is a pedal train pedal board, and all of these pedals are being powered by the Chuck's DC7, so there is only one power supply running for this entire board. I love that power supply. It's great. I've been using Chuck's power supplies since I think 2015. That was when I bought my first one. I think I bought the DC10 first. And they've been rock solid ever since. So yeah, that's the first pedal board for the series. Let's build a bass board. With that being said, leave some comments, leave some suggestions. Challenge me. I dare you to challenge me. Make me tremble in my studio. Make me build something crazy. Because I think it could be fun. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to ring that bell, and make sure to challenge me in the comment section. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.